Vale. Yes, sir.
Okay. So see, yesterday class we seen the HTML. Okay. So now see the how the HTML language came into the market and what purpose they are introducing this language. Okay. So every language has a history. What purpose they came into exist the language. Okay. So and the who developed the language, what purpose they developed. Okay. So those and what versions will be came into particular years. Okay, so those will be studied in the here. So in HTML also, so first it was developed by, can you see the screen? Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, first in 1991, the Tim Berners-Lee, he's the Tim Berners-Lee. In 1991, the HTML is introduced. Okay, so he is the physicist. Okay, so he is a physicist in the CERN. So that is CERN is one research institute in the Geneva city in Switzerland country. Okay, Geneva city. Will tell that one. I will take the screenshot of participants. Okay, so tomorrow onwards, please mention your correct name. So here some the participants like AC is there. So Akshata, AM, AP, IP. So don't give that shortcut name. So please give the your first name, including your roll number. So it is easy to take the attendance. I will take the screenshot of participants. Okay, and don't put the in the chat. Don't put the roll numbers. Okay, so I will take the screenshot of participants. Okay, at the end of start the whenever the session will start, so that time one screenshot I will take, and similarly after the ending session, that time also I will take the screenshot. Okay, so in 1991, the Tim Berners-Lee is a physicist. So he is a physicist in the CERN. CERN is what one of the research institute in the Geneva city of Switzerland country. Okay, so CERN is basically that is a European laboratory for researching. CERN is basically research institute that is an European laboratory uh, for particles physics. Okay, so physics particles they are researching for physics. Okay, so and here Tim Berners-Lee is also one of the physicists. Okay, so what purpose they are into HTML? So before 1991, they are the internet, World Wide Web. They are exist. Okay, but here so Tim Burley in the CERN, is what a research institute. In that we have in that many physicists will be there, and all over the world. Okay, all over the all countries, physicists will be gathering, and they will research for particular particles of physics. Okay, and they got some problems for sharing the information, the research information to the every physicist. Okay, in the all over country. So to sharing information from one place to another place, or one person to another person, so in all over world. So that is there is no media in the there is no certain media in that time. Okay, so but internet is present in that time. So and the Berners-Lee is so he documented one document. Okay, and he whatever research paper he documented, and he shared in the internet. and in that document all the research papers based on the physicist, okay, based on the particle of physics, okay, so those will be there in that document, and again in the document in many links will be there, okay, and one if you click one link, so again many information based on research papers, okay, so this was main theme for to develop the HTML, okay. So the in the research that is the CERN Research Institute, so there are many physicists all over across the world, all the countries physicists will be there, okay, to communicate with each other, so communicate with the research papers and in the particular particle of physics, okay, so they are came into to share the information research paper, so that purpose they are Berners-Lee is the one of the physicist in the CERN, and he developed this HTML, okay. So next year, so don't put roll numbers. So CERN is Institute for Research Particles Physics, which require collaboration of physicists all over the world. Okay, so all over the world, whatever the countries, physicists will come under the CERN. So CERN is what one of the research institute for uh, particles of physics. Okay, to develop the or to research the particles of physics. Okay. And Tim Berners-Lee has an idea of creating something which would be enable a physicist to share research information from anywhere in the world and anywhere in the world, or can share the information between the person, between the country, so or one place to another place. So that purpose he introduced the HTML1 language, okay, hypertext markup language, okay, and that information again which has contains links, okay, so if you click one link, so again you'll get the more information on the document, okay, so similarly, so links will be there in between the document, so again the more information or more document attached within the one document, okay, so that is the main theme of HTML, okay. So next the 1991 he developed this theme only for user for research paper, sharing the information of or sharing the research sharing the research document between the physicists, okay, that is the main aim of in 1991, okay, and later it is officially HTML is published in 1993, okay, that is HTML 1.0 version, okay. So what purpose they are used at the in the 1993 because to develop the web pages, okay. So and that time in 1993 onwards, though every people rather than physicists, other persons, other professional workers also use the HTML to create a website, to create web pages. So in that time they are using the HTML 1.0. Okay, so that is, and these HTML we will be running in on the web browsers. Okay, so in that 1993. Okay, and but not many people developer were involved in the creating websites, so lack of knowledge, lack of internet in that time in 1993, so that time no more people are not using the HTML in that time, okay. So next year, so after that in HTML 1.0 there was the total that is 18 HTML tags, okay. See after the history of HTML we study the total HTML tags, okay. So all the main you can say main pillars is what HTML tags only in HTML, main pillars is tags only, if suppose how in the C language we have the variable, so you know the tokens of C language, okay. So tokens means what that is rather than token you cannot create any program, so tokens is a very basic concept, basic you can say main fundamental that has to use in any every program, okay. So how the tokens will be in programming language, similarly here tags is very important, okay. Without tag you cannot create any HTML document, okay. So that tag we will discuss next after this history of HTML. So in first version, the 1.0 version, only the 18 HTML tags will be there, okay. So and nowadays it is 140 tags will be there, so now present whatever we are using the HTML version, so that contain the total 140 tags will be there, okay. Remember why we are discussing history of HTML, because you know the how this HTML language came into exist in the market, okay. So in interview of any IT company, okay, in interview of any, if you are going to any uh, if you are going to any professional in or if you want to get a jobs in like computer science, so that time it is HTML is one of the language they will ask the questions for basics, okay, history or maybe some tags, okay. So here, so you have to know the history of HTML, okay. So and next after the HTML 1.0, then they came into that is HTML 2.0 version, that is in published in 1995, okay. 93 we published HTML 1.0, okay, and next 95 they are developed what 2.0, okay. And here, so along with the 18 tags and all the features of HTML 1.0, and again they are introduced some new features and they added into the HTML 2.0, okay. So what new features they added? So that is like allow user to enter the data and submit the data. See, so what on forms will be there, in the form we have the some text box will be there, buttons will be there, and selection box, check box. So all the information user will be give the information, and after giving the information he will give the click the submit button. So those information will be get to the that information will be stored in the server side, okay. Those information will be stored in the database. So these concept is not there in the where HTML 1.0. So those will be added in the, those features will be added in the where HTML 2.0, okay. So next year, form based file upload. So you see the some application you have to upload what your document. Suppose if you are applying any job, so suppose if you are applying Wipro campus recruitment, so that time it will ask your resume, okay. So after clicking the file in particular button, you'll have to upload your files, okay. I will see that, I will show that particular example. Wait a second, I will show how the file upload will work. See, suppose if you want to send mail or any document to one person to another person, so then time you compose the mail. So you'll here you have to give the mail ID, and here we have the attached file. See, this is what that is the one tag is there. So that tag is what file type, okay. So that tag is what file type we will use in that in the our project, okay. So that was introduced in where HTML. So after clicking you have to upload what your file. So uploading, and you have to open here. So and that particular file will be uploaded in the internet, okay. So these features is not there in the where, this feature is not there in the HTML 1.0, but is introduced in the where it is in 2.0, okay. So they are very important, okay. And next here in the triggering an action such as search, okay. So in any particular website like Flipkart, Amazon, if you are searching what for some product, okay. So you have to type in text box some products name, and after clicking the search you get the particular product, the particular product will be displayed, okay. So that is a search action. So then the user will giving the action, so then particular action will be done. So that will be introduced in the HTML 2.0, okay. And one more, that is the client side image map, okay. So this is very important. So to add the image in the web pages, so that was introduced in the 2.0, okay. So main features they are added, okay, in the 2.0, okay. So next, and there was next again the in 19 after 2 years, that is 1997, and then again they are introduced the new version, that is HTML 3.0, okay. So and here the one more that is one more person, that is the Dave Raggett, who again introduced the So Dave Raggett he again added some features to the to HTML 2.0. Okay, what features he added? See, and in that time also in see what features he added. See, most important feature, that is the tables. Okay, rows and columns. Okay, so that particular table will be introduced. So in the table tag, that is we have the tr, that is the row, and td, that is the column. So the data, the information will be kept in the information will be given to the user like in table format, rows and column format. So that was introduced in the HTML 3.0. Okay, and one more, that is a blink element. So if you've seen the any websites, like the particular text will be blinking. Okay, so and that was be introduced in the way, and to text will be blinking. So that has a one particular tag is there. Okay, to blink the particular text. Okay, so that was introduced in where, in the HTML 3.0. Okay, and some marquee elements. So marquee means the text will be animated, like it is moving from left to right, and moving from right to left, moving from top to down. Okay, so those will be marking elements. So marquee is some to create a marquee element, there is one tag, so that has to use in the, that has to introduce in where, HTML 3.0. Okay, so can you understand table, blink element, marquee element? And can I show the example blink element? Can I show a blink element, or can you understand this concept blink element and marquee element?
Sir, show the example.
Okay, see here in any in RCU website only, you will get the some, they are used some blinks and marquee. Okay, see, can you see this one? So this particular text will be moving from right to left. Okay, so that is what marquee. Okay, and here you will get the see some blinking will be there. See, this is was new, whatever new is, that is a blinking. Okay, so we can give the text to blink. So that is a that option will be there, that tag will be there, that tag will be introduced in the HTML 3.0. And again this marquee. Okay, so to give the information in attractive way, so they are used, they are added these tags. Okay, okay, and in 1999, so the again the next version, that is HTML 4.01. Okay, so that was introduced. Okay, which is widely used and was successful version of HTML. So in that you will get the almost all tags will be covered, but some tags will not there in HTML 4.01, but almost what you create a website, so the minimum required of tags you will get in the HTML 4.0. They are introduced in the HTML 4.0.1. Okay, 01. Okay, which is, and that was used currently. Some websites are used this HTML 4.01. Okay, and in this HTML 4.01, what features they added? So like they are added what, style sheet. Okay, the very important, that is cascade style sheet, CSS. Okay, so CSS means what? We can give the we can add the some features to the HTML tags, like we can give the color, you can give the background color, you can give the background image. So many things you can do from using what, CSS. Okay, CSS is what, I will give the example. You can just give the makeup to the HTML tag. You can give the makeup to the whom, HTML tags. Okay, that is the main CSS. Okay, and next here one more concept features, that is the client side scripting, that is JavaScript. So the style cascading CSS and JavaScript, that is not there in the that is in 3.0, HTML 3.0, that was introduced in the here. Okay, and next one, that is the frames. So that is very important, frame. So to, you can add a videos, you can add a video, so you can add a that is a map. Okay, Google map. So those is, that is very important, frames. Okay, so those will be introduced in where, HTML 4.0. And again advanced table. So tables already introduced in 3.0, but again advanced table, like that is a T head, table head, so T foot, T body. So these will be again discussed in the whenever you start the start the learning of one by one tag. So that time you will learn all these tags. Okay, so these tags are introduced in the HTML 4.01. Okay, and again in the HTML 4.01, they are published this as an ISO standard language, markup language. They are given the standardization of for this markup language. Okay, so next year, before going to HTML5, see, again in the that is HTML5 is introduced in 2012, and in 1999. So there is a long gap between the HTML4 and HTML5. In between, there is one more language came into existence, that is what, XHTML. Okay, so see, in HTML4 is developed in 1999, and HTML5 is developed in 2012. Okay, in long gap, there is a middle of 2000. There again one more language is developed, that is XHTML. We see, before going to HTML5, we'll see the what is the XHTML. Okay, so who developed XHTML? See, XHTML. So this XHTML is what? Extensible Hypertext Markup Language. That is XHTML. XHTML. Okay. So extensible means what? Here the HTML is a combination of XML and HTML. Okay, so that is a combination of what? XML and HTML. You know the HTML is also what? One markup language. Again, XML is also what? One markup language. Okay, so that is we have both have there in the in XHTML. Okay, so that was introduced in the 2000. Who introduced this concept? That is W3C. Okay, so one organization, that is World Wide Web Consortium. Consortium. So that is W3C. Okay, three W's, that is World Wide Web, that is W3C consortium. So one group, that is W3. So they are developed this XHTML. Okay, so after the HTML 4.0, all the features of HTML4 will be there in the that is XHTML. Okay, but additional some features they added, some rules they are given in the XHTML. So what rules? And see, and in this World Wide Web Consortium, so W3C, so in this is one company, this is one organization. So in this also, so the HTML inventor, who is inventor, that is Berners-Lee. So he is the director of this company. Okay, so with the Berners-Lee, with the help of Berners-Lee and some again some of the again staff member of World Wide Web, W3C. So they are again introduced this XHTML as one markup language. Okay, a combination of XML and HTML. Okay, and in this what they are introduced, say, all the features of HTML 4.0 was 1. So that also introduced in the, that will be there in the this XHTML. But additional what additional they are given as some rules. Okay, so what rules? So here in all the tags whichever you using, all tags whichever using in the HTML, so those must be closed. Whichever you use the tags, those should be closed, and all tag must be properly nested, and all the attribute, if you are using attributes, maybe attributes using, so then that time you have to give the quote, double quote, to complete that particular attribute. So some rules they are given, so how to use particular tags, and if you are using tags, so some particular rules they are given. So because so to give the attractive interface of web pages. Okay, so that's purpose they are to give the uh, user to take the information from the web pages. Okay, more efficient and cleaner of web pages, because they are giving the restriction to the using of what, some tags. Okay, they are giving some rules to the tags. Okay, so that is what XHTML. Okay, so and this was developed by W3C. Okay, so and after that XHTML, so again they are developed in the 2000, in the 2012, that is HTML5. I will tell some drawback will be there in XHTML. Okay, so in XHTML, we will discuss that what drawbacks will be there in XHTML. So XHTML, there is some rules, that is the strict rules will be there to follow to develop the HTML document, and what rules we'll see that one. Okay, and one more thing, that is a little bit complicated, because we are using some parser like XML parser. So that is some complete will be there in what, in XHTML. Okay, most, and nowadays it is coming what in 2012, that is HTML5 came. Okay, and nowadays all the websites, all the web developer using what, HTML5 only. Okay, and in our project also we are using what, HTML5 only. Okay, So in this HTML5, all the features of HTML 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.01, and again XHTML features, those will be added in the where in this HTML5. And again extra features like audio, video tags will be added uh, in this HTML5. Okay, and here in the HTML5 we have total tags will be 140 tags. 140 tags. Okay, we'll learn those tags in the next classes. Okay, so and again in the and this HTML5 is developed with the help of what W3C only. Okay, by W3C recommendation only this HTML5 is released. Okay, and again in HTML 5.1 in the that is introduced in 2016, they are adding some features. Again HTML 5.2 is in 2017. Okay, so now currently we have the HTML 5.2, so some extra feature they added. Okay, so that is we currently using what HTML 5.2. Okay, so our project we are using what HTML 5.2. Okay, I tomorrow class we discuss what difference we have in the XHTML and HTML5. Why we are not using XHTML? So what drawbacks will be there in XHTML? So and that drawback will be overcome in the HTML. Okay, HTML5. Okay, so that what the features they added. So that is in HTML5. It is very easy to create a HTML document. So we'll discuss that in tomorrow. Okay, the difference between both XHTML and HTML5. Okay, and after that we'll learn the one by one tags in the HTML, and while learning the tags I will show the how to execute those tags and how the output will be coming for every tags. Okay, where tags is very important, and we'll learn the what purpose and how and when, and those tags will be used. Okay, how, why, when. So those tags will get to know it, all the tags. Okay, and you'll know the you'll get the idea where it is actually used in your project. Okay, so that is main theme of this uh, we are we are going from basic. Okay, so any doubt? This is what history of HTML. Okay, please tell me if you have any doubt, so we will discuss here. So that is first in 1991. In 1991, so Tim Berners-Lee is developed the HTML language for what purpose? For sharing the research paper between the physicists. Okay, so and the Berners-Lee is one of the staff in the one of the physicists in the where CERN, that is the CERN is the one research institute. Okay, so he developed the HTML document. What purpose? For sharing the research paper among the physicists, among the country, among the one place to another places. Okay, so he developed the HTML in 1991, and after the officially it is came into existence in 1993. Okay, so what purpose? And again in 1993, all the other professional workers like in IT companies and any other professionals, they are using this HTML to create a websites, to create a web pages. Okay, and in HTML 1.0 there are limited tags like 18 tag, only 18 tags will be there. Okay, so those some limited features will be added in the HTML 1.0. Okay, only 18 HTML tags. In again the HTML 2.0 it is came into, that is 1995. Okay, in again in HTML 2.0 the extra feature will added like to the user will give the information while the submitting the data. We have the form, we have the some components like text box, button, selection, that is a combo box. So those will be introduced in where in HTML 2.0. Again file uploading, file downloading, so those will be introduced. Again the action of search. Okay, and images, so how to upload the images in the web pages, so those will be introduced in HTML 2.0. Okay, in 1997 HTML 3.0 is came into existence, but what is the drawback of HTML 3.0? That is the HTML 3.0 is not supporting for some browsers. Okay, and it will slow in the is slow, the page loading. The HTML 3.0 page was loading slow only, so that purpose they again introduced HTML 4.01. Okay, so and here in the HTML 3.0 they are introduced, that is the tables, blink element, marquee element. So those features will be added in HTML 3.0. Okay, and in 1999 HTML 4.01 came into existence, and here they are added extra features, important features, that is CSS cascading style sheet. Okay, and that is scripting language, JavaScript they are added, frames they added, and like advanced table they added. Okay, so these important features will added, and again HTML 4.0 is given a ISO is given a standard markup language. Okay, and next after that, after HTML 4.01 they are introduced, that is XHTML. Okay, with the help of what, W3C. Okay, W3C is the one World Wide Web group. Okay, so they are developed this XHTML with that is a combination of HTML and XML. Okay, and in this many features will be added, and all the features HTML 4.01, and again the extra feature will added in the XHTML. Okay, and in the XHTML we have some drawbacks, so that purpose they are introduced again HTML5 in 2012, and with the help of W3C also. Okay, with the help of W3C only they are introduced HTML5 in 2010. Okay, and in this HTML5 all the features 140 tags will be introduced, and again the extra features like audio, video, how the audio will be uploaded in the web pages, how the video will be uploaded in the web pages, how to download those in the to the client machine. Okay, so those will be those tags will be introduced in the where HTML5. Okay, and again in the HTML5 we have some version, that is 5.1, 5.2. So the in HTML 5.1 only enough to develop the web applications. Okay, so if you have any doubt, please ask. In HTML 2.0, so Lingana Gowda is asked us how many number of tags are there in HTML 2.0 versions. In 2.0 version, so in one HTML1 only they are into 18 tags, and again they are extra added 5 to 6 tags they are added. After that there is 25 and 25 to 30 tags will be added. Okay, so if you create any fully functional website, so you need a more than 100 tags. Okay, then only you'll get the uh, attractive websites. Okay, present which version we use. Okay, that is HTML 5.2 only. HTML 5.2 we can use to create your project. Okay, so in that we have the all the tags will be there, all the features will be there, and it is easy to use. Okay, so there is no complicated like XHTML. Okay, that is easy only. So we use what, HTML5 only. Okay, so all of you getting the points, getting the whatever we are taking classes. So if you have any doubt, please ask, don't sit, uh, please ask the questions. Okay, if you have a doubt means. What purpose combined XML and HTML? See, they in W3C in between 1999 to 2012, there is a long gap, 10 years. The W3C Wide Web, they are thinking about added some extra features, that is XML will be added to the HTML. Why? Because of to give the to restrict the use of what, tags. Okay, and all the tags whatever you are using in the web pages, so those will be used in particular manner. Okay, because if you are neglecting some closing of tags, some closing of attributes, double quotes, so then that time the web pages will not seen, web page is not correctly seen in the internet. Okay, so that's why they are giving the rules to the XHTML. That is the main concept. They are given rules, strict rules. Remaining 1 minute, please ask fast only. So I will upload this video, and I will send this notes also. So please write it in the notebook. So once you'll get a knowledge of HTML, it is very important. You will not get the this information in in the internet. So I will search the many 10 to 15 websites. I'll search the many information, and I'll make the this in one side. I'll make the PPT. Okay. So please take the advantage of this. Tomorrow we'll see the